What is going on? What is poppin' YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get to the public and the channel to grow overall. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, and almost every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It is only right, you guys. Man, oh man, did you guys catch the Houston Texans versus the Buffalo Bills yesterday? I love that game, guys. It was everything that I wanted in an entertaining football game. I knew this game had the potential to be the best game of Wild Card Weekend, and I'm excited to watch the Saints play. I'm excited to watch the Seahawks and the Eagles play, but guys, I don't think we can really top what happened yesterday. You know, let's talk about the game. Coming into the game, I said the Bills had the better team. I said they had the better offensive line. I said their running game was better. I said their defense was better. I said their secondary was better. And I said the Buffalo Bills coaching staff was much better than the Houston Texans coaching staff led by sorry old Bill O'Brien. And I said outside of quarterback and a couple wide receivers that the Texans have, the Bills are just a better team. And I think that was on full display yesterday. I felt the Bills' run game was very good. I thought their secondary played pretty well. I thought the Buffalo Bills coaching staff had a great effort yesterday. They coached a great game. They came up with a great game plan. Josh Allen looked good very early on. However, I said Deshaun Watson was going to be the difference. I said when it all fails, if that game is close late, if the Texans are struggling, Deshaun Watson is the type of quarterback that can uplift the Texans and pull off a victory by himself. And boy, did he do that yesterday, guys. Sacked 7 times, run game, he didn't have much to work with the run game. He was the leading rusher for the Texans. He had to do it both throwing and running. His second best wide receiver, Will Fuller, was out with an injury. The defense was getting gashed all day by Josh Allen's running ability, by Devin Singletary. The Texans defense was bending a lot, and Bill O'Brien's sorry play calling ultimately almost cost the Texans the game. Bill O'Brien looked like he was trying to get fired, okay? But all in all, you know, Dabble Sweeney, he called Deshaun Watson Michael Jordan. He said that if you pass on Deshaun Watson in the draft, his college coach, Dabble Sweeney, said this, you're going to pass on Michael Jordan. Now, I don't think Deshaun Watson is quite Michael Jordan, but what he did yesterday was Michael Jordan-esque. And I was all in on Deshaun Watson coming out of college, and I felt he was going to have moments like this. You know, that 20-yard touchdown run, that was special. You know, him leading his team in rushing on the day. He was constantly throwing under duress, picking apart the Bills' defense. He was taking what the defense gave him. He was feeding the ball in the tight windows. The plays he made off schedule, that throw where he evaded 2 Buffalo Bills defenders in overtime, where he just spun around, threw on the run, got it complete to Taiwan Jones. That was amazing for that 30-yard catch and run. Not too many quarterbacks can make that play. Maybe Aaron Rodgers can make that play. Maybe Russell Wilson can make that play. But Deshaun Watson, man, he made a special play. He needed to be perfect almost yesterday. He virtually had to be perfect yesterday. You know, he didn't turn the football over. He just took what the defense gave him, and he made the plays when they needed to be made. And great players rise up in big-time moments, and the moment to me is not too bright for Deshaun Watson. You know, last year, I was very disappointed in Deshaun Watson's performance versus the Colts last year, because Deshaun Watson, he did not look right, guys, last year. Versus the Colts in the playoffs last year, he was bad. He did not look good. However, that playoff experience and that failure from last year clearly stuck with Deshaun Watson, and I believe he just said, hey, I'm going to put the team on my back, and we're not going to lose. And that's what happened. The guy went 14 for 17 in the second half alone. He had an excellent day, a pass rating over 120. And I believe J.J. Watt made a huge difference too. You know, he had a very key sack that, you know, forced the Buffalo Bills to kick a field goal. And the Buffalo Bills were up 16-0, but Deshaun Watson and the Texans, led by J.J. Watt, that pass rush, they both took over. And I believe Deshaun Watson's leadership really, really helped the Texans last year. You know, a lot of people say, I want a quarterback that will galvanize my troops. I want a quarterback that's inspiring. I want a quarterback that's a great leader. That's what Deshaun Watson is. Deshaun Watson is an amazing leader. You can clearly see the players were rallying behind Deshaun Watson. There's just a certain type of swagger. There's just a certain type of leadership qualities and intangibles he has. And the fourth quarter clutch gene intangibles Deshaun Watson has, that's second to none, baby. And I believe anytime you have a star quarterback, the Texans got that, Deshaun Watson, a great pass rusher, they got that in J.J. Watt, and a pretty good go-to wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins. In some games where you're out-coached, where the team has better players, where you just need players to make plays for you when things break down, when the coaching staff is clearly in over their heads, aka Bill O'Brien, who, if he got fired, if the Texans lost this game, guys, I would fire Bill O'Brien. He was that bad of a head coach yesterday. The game should not even went to overtime. The fact that Bill O'Brien did not kick the field goal, the fact that he went for it on 4th and 1 and let the Buffalo Bills come back and push the game to overtime, that was a crime in itself. Bill O'Brien should be ashamed of himself. He is very lucky he has a special quarterback in Deshaun Watson that saved his behind yesterday. But guys, anytime you have a star quarterback, a star pass rusher, and a go-to wide receiver, you can win these types of games where, yeah, the other team probably has better players than you. The other team probably has by far a better coaching staff than you. When you have special players that can make plays off schedule, that are great leaders, that can just do certain things that cannot be taught, that cannot be coached, you're going to win these types of games. And I've seen it time and time again. I've seen Peyton Manning, no matter what the other opposing team does, he just wins games. He's that type of quarterback. I've seen the same thing with Aaron Rodgers. I've seen the same thing with Patrick Mahomes. Defense be darned. They will take you to the promised land if you have an elite quarterback, and I believe Deshaun Watson is now in that elite quarterback category. I'm sold now, guys. I thought Deshaun Watson was borderline elite, but to me right now, he's one of the 5-6 best quarterbacks in football right now. You got to give him credit. And man, it's a shame the Buffalo Bills have to lose this game because, guys, I felt they came up with an excellent game plan. They played as great of a game as you could have played. They did everything right. But sometimes when you just have a special player and a special quarterback, it doesn't matter what your defense does right. They could be in the right spots. They could be in there. They could, do everything right, and the quarterback can just make a play that just cannot be taught, that cannot be coached, and that's what happened to the Buffalo Bills. A dominant quarterback, an elite quarterback in today's game in Deshaun Watson that is still scratching the surface. He just took over, and ultimately, the team with the better quarterback won, despite the Buffalo Bills having more talented players. And I think Josh Allen, for his first playoff game, he played pretty well. Josh Allen, he showed how great of an athlete he was. He was out there catching touchdown passes. He was out there running for 40 yards. Sometimes he showed off his amazing arm at times. Some of the throws he made yesterday were amazing. Josh Allen, if you're just grading him on his first ever playoff game scale, I think that Josh Allen played a pretty clean game, saying it was his first ever playoff game. However, Josh Allen was one of the reasons the Buffalo Bills lost yesterday. It's sad for me to say it, but he was. He missed some open guys. The first half, when things were going well, when the game plan was on script, Josh Allen looked really, really good. They were running the football well. They were getting players open on time. He was getting great protection. The Texans in the first half played as bad as you could play in the first half. However, when things got tight, when the window started getting smaller, when the Texans brought more pressure, when J.J. Watt and Whitney Merciless and that defensive line started to get home, Josh Allen folded. With the thing that makes quarterbacks great, look, when quarterbacks get time to throw, when their wide receivers are open, 9 times out of 10, most quarterbacks, unless you're Duck Hodges or, Nathan Peterman, most quarterbacks, when things are going well on script, they can succeed and move the football. But the great quarterbacks make it happen when there's a messy pocket, when windows get tighter. And Josh Allen just was not cut for the heat. He was not cut for the heat, and the Buffalo Bills, as great of a game as they played, they left too many opportunities on the field. They only scored 1 touchdown. Anytime you allow Deshaun Watson to hang around when you probably should be blowing him out by 25 points in the first half, that's a problem. If you keep the game close late, Deshaun Watson and these elite quarterbacks are just going to tear you apart. And that's what happened to the Buffalo Bills. They only scored 1 touchdown. They had some very dumb penalties in the second half. Josh Allen, he was under a lot of duress. And again, as good as he played, 24 for 4. What am I saying right here? I got my tongue twisted, okay? 24 for 46, 52% completion percentage. That's not gonna win me playoff games. It's just not. So, as good as Josh Allen played, there's still room for him to grow and mature. And you could clearly see that he was in his first playoff game. Josh Allen was panicking in the second half. You know, when things got tight, he just didn't make the plays. He was lateraling to his offensive linemen and wide receivers toward the end when he did not need to. He was just forcing things that did not need to be forced. And again, Josh Allen, he's a young puppy. He's only in his second season. He improved so much from a year ago. He's only going to get better. He's a great athlete. He has all the physical tools you'd like to see in a quarterback to be great. He has the arm talent, got the, legs, got the mobility, he's strong, he's durable in my opinion. But again, Josh Allen has to work on his accuracy. I do believe the Buffalo Bills, now that the Patriots are kind of on the decline, I think they're going to run their division for the next couple of years. They're a really good team. I love the Buffalo Bills coaching staff. I love that young defense. I love their offensive philosophy. I love the fact that they fixed the offensive line and brought in some more weapons for Josh Allen to throw to. Now they just need a number one wide receiver. They need to draft another true number one wide receiver. They need to probably get another pass rusher or two. And then the Buffalo Bills are straight. If Josh Allen pops and develops, man, the Buffalo Bills, they're going to be something to look out for. But again, shout out to Deshaun Watson, man. He just took over the game, Like I said, you could have a great team. You could have the better team. You could have a great coaching staff. But if you don't have the quarterback to match it, and again, I'm not writing Josh Allen off. He has all the tools to be great. But again, when you don't have the quarterback to match the great team around you, that's a problem, especially come playoff time. Shout out to the Houston Texans. Shout out to Deshaun Watson and them. I'm sorry to cut it to you, Houston Texans fans. You're not beating the Kansas City Chiefs next week, in my opinion. I could change my mind, but again, they all say great quarterbacks can only take you so far. And again, Deshaun Watson, he's amazing. But I don't know if I believe in that supporting cast. That defense was bending a lot. Again, next week, Patrick Mahomes, he's not Josh Allen, okay? That Chiefs offense, that's not the stagnant, stale Buffalo Bills offense in that second half. They're going to score some points. Deshaun Watson and the Texans, they're going to have to come out firing and playing a lot better in the first half. And Bill O'Brien, he's probably going to have to outcoach Andy Reid. I don't know if he can do it, but again, I'm excited. Deshaun Watson versus Patrick Mahomes in a playoff game? Are you kidding me? I'm all in for it. But again, shout out to Deshaun Watson. He's elite. And shout out to the Houston Texans because they are very lucky to have a special quarterback in Deshaun Watson. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. Love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.